Hey everyone, welcome to the Becoming Fierce Female Entrepreneurs Podcast, the podcast that empowers women to rise, thrive, and embrace their journey with unshakable confidence. This is our year-end review. Reflect, realign, and rise. A year of empowerment, growth, and breakthroughs. As we wrap up an incredible year of conversations, breakthroughs, and fierce transformation, it's time to reflect on the powerful episodes we shared together this year. So, this year was all about showing up, breaking through, and stepping into our greatness unapologetically. And in today's special year-end episode, we'll look back at some of our most impactful moments, inspiring stories, and valuable lessons from the women who joined us along the way. It's a chance to realign, celebrate our growth, and set intentions for the year ahead as we rise even higher. All right, so grab your journal and your favorite beverage, and I'll be right back.
Thank you for tuning in today. Our mission is to equip and empower you to dig in and soar higher, doing the things that you love. This podcast is where you'll hear leading experts from around the globe figuring out what you could be doing to tackle your greatest business challenges. So get ready to hear from some of the brightest minds and boldest thinkers on how they're taking on these problems and how you could too. Now here's your host.
Welcome back. Thank you all for watching and subscribing to our podcast. And if you like today's episode, please leave us a review. And if we haven't met, my name is Joy Norman, and I'm your empowerment and success mentor. And I am blessed to help success-driven women entrepreneurs get past their fear and procrastination, move forward, take action, and build a profitable and sustainable business without wasting time on strategies that just don't work. Even if you've been struggling to grow your business for years and you haven't seen much fruit, working your business can be tough and overwhelming, and it's easy to get lost in a busy life. So we want to inspire you and support your growth. So today we're doing something really special, a year-end reflection on everything we've learned and the powerful stories we've shared. So this year has been all about showing up, overcoming obstacles, and transforming our fears into fuel for success. And it's time to celebrate that journey. So, together, we'll look back at some of the most memorable episodes from this year and see how far we've come. And if you've been with us all year, thank you so much for being part of this amazing community. And if you're just tuning in, this episode is the perfect chance to dive in and catch up on everything you've missed. And so this year we launched so many new episodes and events. So many great moments were shared during the year. We were fortunate to connect with awesome, great speakers across the globe. So we kicked off the year with one simple yet powerful idea: confidence. We shared a bonus episode from our How to Monetize Your Superpower Empowerment Summit entitled Start Showing Up with Confidence. And so this episode was all about owning our unique gifts and learning how to monetize them. Whether you're an entrepreneur just getting started or someone looking to level up, this episode set the stage for turning passion into profit and believing in yourself first. And we talked about how confidence isn't something that magically appears one day. It's built step by step. So take a look at this.
We also know the gaps that we needed filled.
Yes.
And so you are doing the same thing. It's like you're filling the gap that you knew that needed to be filled in you. And you're empowering women to step into their purpose, into their light, into their power. I love that.
Yeah, you're right. They're helping me with the blind spots, and which is why I just launched a new program, Power Up. Because
I love that.
You're so right. You're so right.
Power up.
Yes.
I love that. Power up.
Yeah. Obstacles are going to happen, but guess what? I make them the fuel. That's my fuel.
That makes sense, Joy, because that's why you're powering up, right?
Oh, come on, Andrew.
Because that's the fuel. You used what could have put you down, and you used it to move you forward and to keep you going and keep you fueled and keep you energized and keep you knowing what the prize was at the end. And I love that.
Oh, thank you. Okay, now start me crying over here. Where's my tissue? Yeah. That was awesome. Thank you so much, Andrea. So what small steps did you take this year to show up for yourself and your business? Let's celebrate that. Entrepreneurs breaking through fear. So this next episode hit home for so many of us, didn't it? Fear is that constant companion on the entrepreneurial journey. But as we discussed in this episode, it doesn't have to control us. Fear is part of the process. But the key is learning to move through it, breaking through the barriers it creates and turning it into fuel for growth. And in this episode, we shared real stories of fear, from starting a business to taking that first leap. And I was happy to have some amazing entrepreneurs and fearless leaders who have experienced firsthand the power of breaking through fear in business, from fear to faith to fierce empowerment summit. So these ladies showed us how they've embraced courage, confronted fears, and how they are persevering in the pursuit of their entrepreneurial dreams. So take a look at this. What gave you that courage, and what are some other things that you did to overcome I love you said the people pleaser.
Yeah. I did not know that I had boundaries. Do you know, I was so good in business that I knew how to create a mission statement. I knew how to create value statements. I knew how to create structure and everything for business, but I didn't know how to do it for myself. I did not know that there was such a thing as personal boundaries. I did not know that I was allowed to say no. I did not know. I thought I always had to prove myself. I thought I always had to give more. And, you know, I would work twice as hard as anybody. And I would do so much for free to prove how good I was. And it just pulled me in so many directions that I became so disaligned from who I am that I didn't even recognize myself anymore.
Wow. Yeah, I love that. Personal boundaries. You know, I always say no is a complete sentence.
Nobody told me that.
Talking about perfection. Because that was one of the things for me. You know, I needed all my little ducks to be lined up. And until I started getting coaching myself to realize, this is a safe place where I can be open, I can ask questions, and I don't have to be embarrassed.
That's a good point you made, Joy. So for me, the fear of making a mistake was something that I had to overcome. But I think being able to be a coach is every time you have a client, you grow with your client. and your work is not ever finished either. And accepting that has probably been my biggest lesson. You do not have to have, like you said, your ducks in a line. Sometimes my ducks dance and waddle and are on a rave, and I have no idea where half of them are. That's what sometimes life feels like.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights and experiences with us. Call me later, girlfriend. We're going duck hunting. We got to find all our ducks and get them back in the row. So I want to thank all the ladies for being part of our Empowerment Summit. Fear can paralyze us, but it can also be the push we need to keep moving forward. So let me ask you, what fears did you face head on this year? Oh, alignment. Such a powerful word. Our two-part alignment series asks some deep questions. And in part one, are you in alignment with your assignment? We talked about whether what we're doing truly matches what we're meant to do. So check out part one. You want to ask yourself, am I making a positive impact and contribution to others? When you're aligned with your assignment, your work becomes a vehicle for positive change, inspiring and uplifting those around you. Yes, yes, yes. And people reaching out to their target audience, all because I stepped out on faith and created a purpose-driven business. And that will give them the confidence to do something that they only dreamed about. And that's a big win. Oh, that was awesome. But wait, there's more. In part two of our alignment series entitled Cultivating Fulfillment, we explored how to create a life that feels fulfilling, not just busy or successful, but genuinely rewarding. So check out part two. Fulfillment is not just about our individual experiences, it's also about the quality of our relationships and connections with others. Cultivating meaningful connections with friends, family, colleagues, and community members is essential for fostering a sense of belonging and purpose. It's about showing up authentically, listening deeply, and being present for others in both times of joy and times of need. Yes, finding alignment can sometimes feel like a never-ending journey. But this series reminded us that alignment isn't about perfection. It's about finding that sweet spot between purpose and action. So next we brought you From Worrier to Warrior, Transforming Worries into Strengths, and it featured our Sister Talks panel. And this episode was so personal for so many of us. We dug deep into how our worries can weigh us down, but also how those worries can be transformed into strengths. Our Sister Talks panel was vulnerable, real, and inspiring as they shared their journey of moving from anxiety to action. And we talked about turning the what ifs into possibilities, not fears. So take a look.
That now I'm able to go, okay, I've taken care of all of these things, so I can go and enjoy this outing or whatever. So it's little things like that. Also, my mind is deciding how I want to show up. This is a new thing for me, and So it's like, all right, I could sit here and be that quiet introvert. My daughter, by the way, calls me an ultra introvert. So I could be that, or I could go out and show people that I am a cool person and talk to people. So some things like that, I'm just starting to learn now. Okay, you're a nice person, you're an awesome person. Go show them that that's what you are. So it's making up my mind before I even get into these situations.
I do get a little fearful, and then it causes that self-doubt and the imposter syndrome, wondering if I'm good enough, if I can really help them. And it causes me to overwork sometimes and over analyze and then second guess my decisions. So one of the things that I found helpful is similar to, I think Krista said it too, the mindfulness and the meditation. I love this, what she said. You can always take your breath with you. I love that. I was like,
at the end of the day, you always have that.
You always have that. And so taking time to just pause and breathe and center myself, it just allows me to go, okay, you know what you're doing. You got this. So let me ask you, what worries did you turn into strengths this year? How did you become a warrior in your own journey? Also, this year, I was one of the featured speakers at my friend Mita Wise Reignite Your Path and Passion virtual summit. And this summit was especially designed for women who are ready to gain clarity, reignite their path and passion, and make a significant shift in their lives. And I was excited to share my insights on Unstoppable, how to move forward and pursue your passion. And it was an amazing event. Thank you all for attending. And I am happy to meet awesome new people who now subscribe to our podcast. Welcome, everyone. All right. So, if there was an episode that made me want to shout from the rooftops, it was this one. Unstoppable, and unapologetic. We explore what it means to be unstoppable, not just in business, but in life. And so we discuss breaking free from limiting beliefs, the power of perseverance, and showing up unapologetically as who we are. Check this out. If I just waited for things to be perfect, I was never going to start my business. And so, one important thing that remains top of mind is something that my aunt told me when I told her that I was leaving my job and starting my organization. And she said to me, be persistent. And that word, it never left my mind. Be persistent. Be persistent. And I had to really think about, what does persistence mean? And so after doing some reflecting, it came to me that persistence is more than just hanging in there. It's about maintaining a determined and positive mindset, even when things get tough. So this was the pep talk we all needed at some point this year. So what did you do to become unstoppable? Did you take bold, unapologetic steps toward your goals? Feel free to share with us. I can't wait to hear from you. So, also this year, we celebrated 7 incredible years of empowerment and growth. Over the years, we've navigated countless challenges, celebrated amazing victories, and built a community of unstoppable women. So, in honor of this milestone, that deserves a toast. So, grab your favorite beverage. Happy anniversary, becoming fierce female entrepreneurs, and many more years to come. Okay, next, putting your vision in motion. So, this episode was all about action. We discussed taking that vision you've been dreaming of and putting it into motion. So, most of us have big ideas, but we get stuck in the planning phase. And this episode was a wake up call to stop waiting and start doing. So take a look at this. Before you take any steps forward, it's crucial to have a clear vision of what you want to achieve. So think about your ultimate goal and what success looks like for you. So here are a few questions to ponder. What exactly do I want to achieve? Why is this vision important to me? How will this vision impact my life and the lives of others? What exactly do I want to achieve? Okay, let me think about this. I actually don't need to think about this. I want to empower women entrepreneurs to gain clarity and confidence in growing their business. My goal is to provide them with the tools, strategies, and support they need to turn their business into profitable ventures. This month's podcast comes with a free workbook if you want to use it and follow along and fill in your answers. Grab your free copy now of the Putting Your Vision in Motion workbook. So let me ask you, what vision did you put into motion this year? And how did you take those first steps? And what are you most proud of? Okay. Let's keep going. Next, one of the most special moments of the year was hearing from our youth spotlight speaker, Mia Joy. In this podcast takeover, Unlocking the Key to Limiting Beliefs, this next generation leader blew us away with her insights on overcoming limiting beliefs. And it was a reminder that these mental barriers don't just affect seasoned entrepreneurs. They show up for all of us, no matter where we are in our journey. So listen to Mia Joy.
I would have never done this if it was maybe a year ago or even a few months ago, because I was more insecure and I was not ready to come talk to people and share my story and inspire other people and try my best to do that. But now that I've actually talked to people like my nana, like my mom, like my dad, my brothers, they've really helped me realize that I can do this. I can be an inspiration, or I can try to help other people with the best I can, just because hearing other people's stories and relating to them is great. Like watching past episodes of this podcast, I realized oh, okay, other people are having these experiences and they're very inspiring. And I'm very, very happy that these people told what they were talking about and just gave their knowledge. Like them just talking and just hearing them be vulnerable and honest about that. It was like, okay, I feel confident to do this and I feel inspired to really push other people, and this really pushed me out of my shell, and this really made me want to do this. This program is just great in general, especially this journal is really, really, really helpful. I needed to keep something that was stable and that was just always there for me, and I knew I could just look back and read just when I needed inspiration.
Thank you so much, Mia Joy. I am so happy to be on this journey with one of our next generation leaders. So let me ask you, what limiting beliefs did you challenge this year? And then what did you unlock within yourself? All right, next, mindful to mindful, a journey to inner peace and productivity, featuring the Sister Talks panel. This year wouldn't be complete without this powerful episode on mindfulness. We discussed the transition from mindful, being overwhelmed, anxious, and constantly busy, to mindful, finding peace, clarity, and focus. And the Sister Talks panel gave us practical tools for navigating life and business with more calm and intentionality. So take a look at this.
Just being more aware and recognizing when you're not being positive to yourself, when you're not being like, when those thoughts are there that aren't really the best for your well-being. And so recognizing them and then doing something to change that situation, whether it just be like moving or just changing your thoughts and not getting caught up in all that negative self-talk, that kind of a thing. And so I think that's really helped me in my life, is to become more aware so that I don't get lost in it. I mean, even if it still comes, which it does sometimes, you know, I'm not lost in it so much anymore. I'm able to, in the past, I might have gotten very depressed with that negative self-talk or the negative thoughts. And so these days I can just understand that it's there, and I can be more resilient and more positive and more forward thinking.
And so whatever works for you, just allowing yourself to experience the present moment without judgment.
Oh, okay. I'm so perfect. Real quick, because you just said it. And this is crazy because we're all thinking alike. But when you said without judgment, Nita said, recognize the thoughts that are coming in your head. And just when you're throughout the day recognizing them, the without judgment part comes in where you go, that's a thought. Whether it's a good or a bad thought, or overwhelming or a bad, don't judge the thought. We beat ourselves up enough about, now we're mad that we are thinking that way.
Yeah, so true.
It's okay. Yeah. It's, because you go, but like whatever it is. But you said without judgment, that puts a stamp on Mita saying, first of all, we don't even recognize the voices in our head or our thoughts. We don't even like recognize what we're thinking. Right. Maybe we're so used to beating ourselves up all the time, we just beat ourselves up in our head. I'm not enough, I'm this, I'm that. And you're just doing it unconsciously. We're not even conscious about the thoughts. So Mita said, recognize the thought. And then you saying without judgment is the other part that goes with that.
I always enjoyed the Sister Talks ladies. Make sure you watch the full episode. It was so much fun. So where did you make space for mindfulness this year? And then how did you shift from mindful to mindful in your journey? All right, journaling your way to unstoppable success and thriving unapologetically. Finally, we ended the year with one of the most powerful tools for success, journaling. This episode was all about using writing as a way to get clear on your goals, track your progress, and hold yourself accountable. Journaling isn't just about reflection, it's also about intention, and it's a tool for thriving unapologetically. So check out this episode. In this fast paced world of entrepreneurship, where the demands of business and personal life often collide, it can be easy to lose sight of your goals, your values, and the very essence of who you are. So, for fierce women entrepreneurs, journaling offers a powerful tool to stay grounded, focused, and aligned with your deepest ambitions. And as an entrepreneur, you are constantly juggling multiple tasks, projects, and responsibilities. And it's easy for your vision to become blurred amidst the chaos. So, journaling provides a space where you can clear the mental clutter and refocus on what truly matters. So, by writing down your thoughts, your ideas, and plans, you can gain clarity on your goals and create a roadmap for success. Journaling creates a written legacy of your entrepreneurial journey, and it captures the highs, the lows, the lessons learned, the wisdom gained along the way. And this record not only serves as a personal treasure, but it can also be a source of inspiration for others who look up to you. And your journal becomes a testament to your journey as a fierce woman entrepreneur, showcasing your growth, resilience, and success. So, thank you everyone for watching this episode. And I am so happy that you are journaling and a lot of you purchased the book. Thank you for purchasing Fearless Reflections and starting to journal. It is so empowering. And so let me ask you, how did journaling navigate your personal and your business growth? Feel free to share with me. So 2024 has been an incredible journey of growth, resilience, and empowerment. And so for your action steps, I want you to answer these questions. What possibilities are you excited to explore in the upcoming year? What do you need to let go of to make space for growth? And then how can you celebrate the journey and not just the destination? Okay, those are your action steps. As we step into the next year, let's take everything we've learned, every fear we've overcome, and every breakthrough we've experienced, and let's use it to fuel us into an even brighter, more successful year. All right, so thank you so much for being part of the Becoming Fierce Female Entrepreneurs community. And so at our year end, I like to give out virtual awards. So this year for your virtual award, you're getting Dream, Believe, and Achieve plaque. All right. So don't stop dreaming, believing, or achieving. So this is your virtual award. All right. All right, everyone. Let's continue showing up, breaking through, and rising together. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with the fierce women and men in your life. And if you'd like to be a special guest on the podcast, Reach out. We love to hear your story of resilience, courage, and growth. Hey, do you want to be a guest on our YouTube podcast? Do you have an inspiring and informative story that you want to share with a worldwide audience? Do you have a business or service that you want to share with women entrepreneurs? Do you want to make strategic connections with our audience? Well, you are in the right place. We are looking for speakers who want to be featured on our YouTube podcast show. So tell us what you do. What are you passionate about? The Living Show is a YouTube show all about informing and inspiring women entrepreneurs to grow their business. Working on your business can be tough and overwhelming, and it's easy to get lost in a busy life. And we may be independent and strong, but we also need to take time out to support and learn from each other. So we just want to inspire you and support your growth. You can participate and connect in active forum discussions. You can be featured as a one-time guest on our recurring Sister Talks panel. Come and connect with other ambitious, inquisitive, successful expert speakers, each of whom have a network of similar connections to introduce you to. And if you are interested, go to our website at becomingfierceentrepreneurs.com and click on our services page to schedule a meet and greet. We can't wait to talk to you. So here's to a new year filled with success and purpose. Yes. All right, everyone. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed rest of the week, and we'll see you back here on another Becoming Fierce episode. Bye-bye.